Hi, I'm Nur Akila binti Asman, and I will present to you about Pool Ground Clear Waters Initiative campaign. So, what is environmental pollution? Environmental pollution is any addition of erroneous substance or energies to the environment that causes a change to the composition of the environment. These variables can be air, water, soil, noise, and light, and changes to the natural values can have profound consequences for ecosystem and human life. The significance of these campaigns is to raise awareness among the community about environmental issues that are caused by the pollution and increase community knowledge about each person's responsibility, ways to prevent it, the impacts of it, and the source of it. First, I will talk about soil pollution. Soil pollution is the contamination of soil with anomalous concentrations of toxic substance. It is a serious environmental concern since it harbors many hazards and manages to damage the living organisms like plants. The source of soil pollution is inefficient disposal of waste management. This is because among all of the solid waste that were dumped may be contain a toxic substance. For example, the bacteria and electronic wastes contain a heavy metals that can make the soil highly toxic. Next, I will talk about water pollution. Water pollution occurs when harmful substances, often chemicals or microorganisms, contaminate a stream, river, lake, ocean, aquifer, or other body of water, degrading water quality and rendering it toxic to humans or the environment. The source of water pollution is inefficient disposal of wastewater management. For example, the wastewater of kitchen and bedroom, like dishwashing water and shower water, were all connected in the same drain that were made by digging the soil, so all of the wastewater may contaminate the underground water. This bar chart shows the pollution that the community complained about in 2019. From the statistic, we can conclude that land pollution was contribute 0.6% and water pollution was contribute 8.8% on environmental pollution in Malaysia. Water pollution was the second highest case, so preventive measures should be taken to stop it getting worse. While land pollution is the lowest case, we must not take it lightly because it still poses a risk to environment and health. So this is the consequence of pollution. First, ecosystem disruption. Pollution in soil and water can disrupt entire ecosystem because contaminants like heavy metals and industrial chemicals can alter the balance of nutrients and microorganisms in the soil, affecting plant growth and the animals that depend on those plants for food and habitat. Second is the loss of natural resources. Pollution can deplete natural resources essential for life and economic activities. Contaminated soil may become unsuitable for agriculture, reducing crop yields and threatening food security, while water pollution can render water sources unfit for drinking, irrigation, and industrial use, leading to shortage and conflicts over water resources. And lastly is the biodiversity loss. Soil and water pollution can lead to the loss of biodiversity. Many species are sensitive to changes in their environment caused by pollution. For example, certain pollutants in soil can affect soil-dwelling organisms like earthworms, which are crucial for soil health and nutrient cycling. In water bodies, pollution can lead to killfish and cause the decline of sensitive species, reducing overall biodiversity. Next is the health effect of pollution. First is the waterborne disease. Contaminated water sources can harbor pathogens such as bacteria, virus, and parasites, leading to the waterborne disease. Common examples include cholera and hepatitis. This disease can cause symptoms ranging from gastrointestinal distress to severe dehydration and even death, particularly in vulnerable populations like children, elderly, and those with weakened immune system. Second is food contamination. Soil pollution can affect the quality and safety of crops grown in contaminated areas. Plants can absorb contaminants from the soil, transferring them to the fruits, vegetables, grain, and other food products consumed by humans. Ingesting contaminated food can lead to acute poisoning or long-term health effects depending on the type and concentration of pollutant present. And lastly is the respiratory issues. Soil pollution can generate airborne pollution such as dust, particulate matter, and volatile organic compounds. These pollutants can be inhaled by humans, leading to respiratory problems such as asthma, bronchitis, and lung cancer. Certain contaminants in soil, such as asbestos fibers or mold spores, can also pose respiratory hazards when disturbed and released into the air. Strategies for prevent and reduce pollution. First, wastewater treatment. Upgrade and expand wastewater treatment infrastructure to effectively remove pollutants before discharge into waterways. Advanced treatment technologies such as membrane filtration and biological processes can help remove contaminants like nutrients, heavy metals, and organic pollution. Second is contaminated site remediation. Identify and prioritize contaminated sites for remediation to mitigate the risks posed by soil pollution. Remediation techniques such as soil excavation, soil washing, bioremediation, and phytoremediation can help restore contaminated soils. And lastly is stormwater management. Implement stormwater management practice to reduce runoff and prevent pollution from entering water bodies. Green infrastructure techniques such as permeable pavement, rain gardens, and vegetative buffers can help stop and filter stormwater runoff. For individuals' roles is first, conscious consumption. Reduce personal water usage and minimize the generation of waste to prevent pollution at the source. Adopt sustainable practices such as using eco-friendly products, properly disposing of hazardous materials, and conserving water at home. And second is proper waste disposal. Dispose of household waste, including chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and electronic waste responsibly by following local recycling and hazardous waste disposal guidelines. Avoid dumping waste in water bodies or on the ground where it can contaminate soil and water. For the government rules is first policy development. Develop and enforce comprehensive environmental regulations, standards, and policies to prevent water and soil pollution. Establish pollution control measures, permitting requirements, and enforcement mechanisms to hold polluters accountable. And second is public health protection. Protect public health by conducting risk assessments, issuing advisories, and implementing emergency response plans in case of water or soil contamination incidents. Provide resources for public health education and access to clean drinking water and safe recreational areas. So, the conclusion is this campaign got to improve a community knowledge about how to handle waste, methods to avoid pollutions from happening, and everyone needs to take their respective roles so that the environment can be protected without being polluted. That's all from me. Thank you for your attentive listening.